who's been faffing about me because I should have filmed this video earlier when the light was better. So apologies for the faffing about so much that the light is kind of fading. You're just gonna have to deal with my yellow face. But hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jenny. If you haven't met me before, hello, wonderful to meet you. I am here today to do an exciting video, which is my 5-star TBR predictions, yes, which was originally started by Mercedes from Mercy's Bookish Musings. I will link her down below, but if you're not following her but you're following me, then you need to reassess your life choices. So, without further ado, let's get into this. So, the first one is The Butcher's Hook by Janet Ellis. This is a historical fiction that is interesting to me because it's set in the Georgian period, which is something I never read because I'm obviously so focused on the Victorian period instead. So this would be wonderful, and it's set in London in summer, so that I want to read this one soon. I think it's summer of 1763. Yes. And it is about a well-to-do young woman called Anne Jacob who falls in love with a butcher's apprentice called Fub. Wait. Should have checked this. Typical me. Yes, Fub. And obviously being well-to-do, her parents have chosen someone that they think is more appropriate for her to marry, and it's her determination and stubbornness to be reunited or to be with Fub. But it sounds like there's some slightly gruesome elements in this, probably linked to the butchers, I'm guessing. So I'm excited about this. It was on some people's books of the year quite a while ago now, but I think it'll be slightly macabre potentially, but I love historical fiction, so I'm excited to read a period that I don't really know much about. But look at wait. Look at the exposed end papers. Ooh. Then I have a modern classic, which is A Single Man by Christopher Isherwood. I haven't read any Isherwood before, but I have 3 of his novels, so this seems like a good place to start because I've only heard amazing things about this. And I did see the film years ago, so I sort of remember a bit about it. It is about an English teacher, George, who is in California, and him mourning the sudden death of his lover Jim. And I think it takes place just in a day or a really short space of time. I mean, it is a short book, but it just sounds like a really heartbreaking but beautifully written examination of grief and love, well, in specifically homosexual love. And I think it will just be a good a good introduction. So I'm so excited, I can't talk properly. A good introduction to Isherwood. I've also got his 2 Berlin novels, so if I really enjoy those, hopefully that will push me to get to those sooner rather than later, because I've had those for quite a few years. Then of course I couldn't make this video without including a Victorian novel, and I picked Wives and Daughters by Elizabeth Gaskell. I don't know why I haven't read this. I bought this last year for Victober because it was the group read, but I had a terrible Victober last year, so I would like to read this before that rolls around again. That is my aim. I think somebody is doing a readathon of it in July, so I might try and get to it next month. I mean, it is hella long, but I absolutely adore Gaskell, and it's about a girl called Molly Gibson who's grown up without a mother essentially, and her father, who was a doctor, remarries this not wicked stepmother but slightly questionable stepmother, and thereby gets a stepsister, and it's really about her life, her relationship. Obviously there's, you know, romance in there, there's intrigue. I absolutely love BBC miniseries of this, so even though I know what happens, and it is unfortunately unfinished, but there's only a chapter or 2 missing, so it's almost a complete novel. You know, it's not as bad as Mr. Evelyn Drew by Dickens, which is literally only half written, so I think I won't be too dissatisfied that it isn't completely finished, but I'm so excited to read this. I have a feeling this could be my favourite. I've so far read Mary Barton, Sylvia's Lovers and North and South. I've yet to read Ruth and Cranford and her short stories, but I am so excited for this one because I think I'm just going to love Molly so much. I think she could be one of my favourite characters in literature ever, let alone Victorian literature. So if I don't love this, if this isn't 5 stars, out of all the books on this list, this is the one I'm absolutely certain is going to be 5 stars, and if it isn't, then I don't know what I'll do with my life anymore. Then I have one of my birthday books, which is English Animals by Laura Kay. I want to read this because, again, it was another one that was on lots of people's best books of the year lists, and it's quite intriguing. It's about Merca, who comes to work in a country house in rural England, and there's a lot of taxidermy involved, and she's working with a couple called Richard and Sophie, and there's a bit of a love triangle, I think, going on there with her and Sophie, and it just sounds like nothing I've read before, and I don't know much about it apart from that, but I have really high hopes in this. obviously someone's video, and stop saying that, and just want to read it. So I've kind of tried to pick books that I want to read soon as well, so hopefully this will push me to read this, because my friend bought it for me and I really want to tell her what I think of it. So yes, there we go, there's that one. And then last but not least, we have another one that everyone had on their best books of the year list, and that is Tin Man by Sarah Winman, which has been everywhere. And also, if you haven't seen the American cover, it is so much prettier than this one, and I'm really sad that we don't have that, because it has sunflowers on it, and this is not really doing much for me. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Hopefully the content of the book will make up for the boring cover. This follows the developing friendship between Ellis and Michael, and I think it's partly about friendship but also about what's left unsaid, and I think there's some bisexuality or maybe suppressed homosexuality in this. I'm not sure, I haven't read it yet, but I think there's some kind of sexuality exploration here. I read When God Was a Rabbit a while ago and I liked it. It was her debut though, and it ended up being a 3-star read, so I'm hoping that I can see how she's developed. So many people love this, but not everyone, but most people really enjoy it, and it's also short, so I feel like I've got a good mixture of lengths. I've got average length and short and long on this set of 5 books, so yeah, I think I will get this one quickly, if not because it's short, but I'll see. I mean, I'm sure it will be better than When God Was a Rabbit. I'm sure she would have come on, because this is her 3rd novel, but no one talks about her 2nd one. Everyone talks about her 1st and her 3rd. I couldn't even tell you her 2nd one. What is her 2nd one called? Let's find out. A Year of Marvellous Ways. See, I've not heard of that. I don't know why I just held this back up again for that, but right, I'll shut up now. Sorry. So those are my current 5-star TBR predictions. Hopefully I'll get to these in the summer. That is my hope. I don't know if anyone else has this, but some books I do feel like they're seasonal. Not with everything, but some books I kind of feel like they are better read in certain seasons. So if I can get to these by September, then that would be really cool, because then I can do a kind of autumn 5-star TBR prediction, but who knows. I think that's why I have taken Now We're Entirely Free by Andrew Miller off my TBR for the last month, because I just feel like that's an autumnal book or a winter book. I don't feel like it is a summer book. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I'm going to read it later this year, I'm sure. Just not yet, because all these books to me are kind of summery. So anyway, sorry, I said I'd stop rambling. I will now, I promise. Let me know if you've read any of these books, / would you like to read any of these books, or if you have, like, which one do you think I should prioritise and get to first? That would be good. All advice welcome, all comments welcome, all thoughts welcome, unless they're bad. I don't want that. No hating, people, no hating. Anyway, I hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon for Bookish Shenanigans. Bye!